we are going to get your day started with something very fun. It's growing your own food. Please welcome Frank Ferragine in the house. This is such a hot trend right now.
It's a great trend. You know,
I mean, should I call it a trend? I mean, people have been growing their own food forever, but then now it seems to be in style to grow your own food. You want to know what you're eating.
Exactly, and it seems like a lot of people that are the millennial
Yes.
group are really into growing their own food, and I'm very happy.
I think it's great.
I think it's the best way to go in. And you know, this segment was inspired by a recent trip that I did, which was to the Epcot Flower and Garden Festival. You were there as well.
Did you have fun?
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
I always love Disney, and we'll be there. City Line will be there in just a few weeks as well. So let's take a look at some of the pictures too, just to show you just kind of the things that you can do when it comes to vegetable gardening. Take a look at that.
It's beautiful.
In the back there, that galvanized container, that's just a garbage can. As long as there's drainage in the bottom, you can grow in anything.
We're talking no frills, people.
No frills, but that's to think outside of the box. You can see raised beds. Why are raised beds so good? The soil warms faster, so you can get out there in the spring and get crops that much quicker. So another example of things that are great. There are so many different examples of vegetable gardens to get you going.
Well, the thing is, these vegetable gardens, they look good too. Because often I think vegetable garden, you're like, okay, it's going to be very utilitarian. It's just going to be something where you need to go and eat from. But it can be beautiful.
Yeah, and if you saw that there, that was vegetables in straw bales.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is nice and rustic looking. I love that.
Well, you can do that. That's the thing. The only thing, don't use hay. Hay, you're going to fail. You got to use straw, good drainage. But the whole thing is that you don't have to be traditional. Any space you can grow vegetables, and there are so many great things that you can grow that you can eat.
And what is that right there?
You have a collection there of some Swiss chard. You also have some broccoli that's there.
Yeah.
Broccoli is not the easiest thing to grow. So there are certain vegetables that I would say to you. And you know, if we look over here and I say, hey, let's talk about peppers.
Yeah.
Let's say, for instance, peppers. And many people fail with growing their own peppers. The reason being is they like warm soil. So sometimes you got to be knowledgeable and know that, hey, in order for me to plant peppers, and I would suggest planting them not by seed but by plant, you want to plant them when soil temperatures, forgive me, are at least 20 degrees.
Is it going to tell me, let me see that.
Yeah.
Does it tell me all that on the package?
It will. You know, it's amazing that people,
if I read this, will I get it right?
A lot of men don't actually read instructions, but you will get it right.
You have to read it because it'll probably give you everything you need. Oh, and also the people you're buying from are knowledgeable. So ask those questions when you're buying these, right? You guys know your stuff.
You know, every garden center and many of them do.
You guys all know your stuff.
And I got some stuff from Lee Valley. And the reason why I want to draw attention to this is because when it comes to growing your own garden out there, the first thing that you got to make sure is that you have sun.
Yeah.
And there are so many people out there that are like, well, what is full sun? And full sun is 6 hours of direct light. Well, this here is a meter that you can plug in different areas of your garden that will measure your light and will tell you whether your garden is full sun, part sun, or shade.
That's smart.
And that's key for selecting the right plant from the right place.
That is very smart. Where'd you get that from?
That's Lee Valley.
Lee Valley.
Lee Valley as well. Let's say, for instance, if you're somebody that has an indoor space and you just want to grow herbs. The one thing I love about herbs or herb is that they continually produce throughout the season. These are from Lee Valley as well, and they fit perfectly just on a windowsill. They also come with their own little pair of scissors.
Oh, isn't that cute?
They can go and cut, and if you want to
You can give them a little haircut.
Yeah.
Don't use it to cut your bangs.
Well,
they're not those kind. No. They're not those kind of
scissors whatsoever. But you know, these are a great example of things that you can grow in a small space. Speaking of small space, for people out there, guess how many carrots you can grow in 1 square foot?
How many?
16.
Ooh, that's good. You don't need a lot of space.
You got it.
And to get a lot of carrot.
There's another, in terms of containers, you can grow carrots in containers if you want to.
What's the easiest thing? Okay, so let's say I'm in Calgary right now.
Right.
Do you have a sense of what's going to be easy to grow there right off the bat?
Oh, you know,
in terms of veggies?
With veggies, look at your leafy greens. Any lettuce is going to be a first. You know, if you're entering into the world of growing your own vegetables, those are so easy. Radishes, of course, also super easy. You got beets. Like beets, I got the beets. You know what I mean?
You got the beet.
I got that beet. No, that's
beets are easy. All about that beet.
Beets are easy, but what's great about the beets is you eat the bottom and you eat the top.
Yes.
Okay,
you can.
So super important. Just want to let you know too, if you're thinking about using a raised bed, this is a veg truck from Lee Valley as well.
This is really nice.
Soil depth, okay?
Yeah.
And drainage. This drains out good soil depth. This as well, you can see on the far side here, it has a nice little hood on the top for those frost days.
Oh, very good.
And I just also want to show you some fun stuff.
Yeah, let's talk about the fun stuff.
Okay. Organic gardeners out there?
Yeah.
This is fully organic. Touch that, feel that?
It feels like it's very biodegradable.
Right.
Like this is going to go back into the planet.
Yeah, it's made from cow poo.
Oh, wow. That's great. Did I mention I'm going to go cook in the next segment?
Okay, yeah. Now, we're going to do guessing.
I'm not touching those.
No. What are these?
Udders? I don't know. What
Close.
is it?
Okay, if you grow cantaloupes and different melons,
Yes.
these are to hold the melons off from the ground so that you don't, so they're melon protectors.
They're melon protectors.
They are.
Hold on, let me test the. Never mind.
Wow.
It's a bad idea.
How did I know you were going to do that, though? How
You bring
did I
out
know?
the 4-year-old in
This
me,
here
Frankie.
looks like a normal bag, right?
Yes.
Any guesses what that's for?
Soil.
You can put soil in it.
Yeah.
And also it has a window right here in the front that you'll pull open, and you can see it's Velcro.
Hi.
And you can say hello. But what's cool about this, fill it with soil,
Yeah.
put potatoes in it, and the potatoes are ready to harvest. You just open up and you harvest the fresh potatoes right out of the bottom.
Oh, coolness.
Isn't that cool?
I like that.
Okay, and then one last thing
So
too.
simple, but
It
that's
was-
such a great idea.
And we can see this here, and it's filled with water.
Okay.
And the reason why this is filled with water, on nights, and we're Canadian, on nights when it's cold and we have the threat of frost around our plants,
Right.
we just put this around your plants because water insulates your plants. And by filling this with your water around, these are great frost protectors. And that's from Lee Valley as well.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So many great things that you can use around the garden so
Yeah.
that you will be a success. But we also
Yeah.
take
And
your
here-
questions. Frankie's always taking your questions. Like if you
I
go to
think-
the store and you're like, what are these for? Frankie will answer that question for you. Twitter.
Yeah.
Right?
You got it on Twitter. And
What's
of
your
course
address again?
It's at Frank Ferragine.
At Frank Ferragine. So we put it up on our screen as well. Ask him whatever you want.
And I
He's got
think
the answer.
Ricardo needs the melon protectors.
You think so?